about French caroling. During the 13th century, in France, Germany, and Italy, a strong tradition of Christmas carols developed. What we now know as caroling hadn't occurred until much later, because carols were first sung at harvest-tide and Christmas celebrations. It was later on that carols were sung in church and directly associated with Christmas.
And it is going to point out the various things they're singing about in French.
Dans le temps, le tout de ce grand Dieu. Isabelle. It tells the entire story of the birth of Jesus. Émile Pissard was a French composer who was born in 1843. He studied at the Paris Conservatory. I'll be singing it first in English and then back again in English.
So it's French and then English.
Oh.
Jeanette Isabelle. It is a 16th century French carol. Tradition has it that Jeanette and Isabella are two milkmaids who discovered the baby Jesus and ran out to tell the villagers, lighting the way to the stable with their torches.
Marie, or in French, Minuit Crétin, is a Christmas carol composed by Adolphe Adam in 1847. He transformed the French poem Minuit Crétin by poet Placide Cappeau into a song. O Holy Night was actually part of the Honegger's Christmas cantata, but it is the only song that is still sung today. And to this day, also, O Holy Night has been translated and sung in many languages. We will be singing it in French and English.
Sorry. the hymn that almost all of us know at Christmas time was written by Joseph Moore for a Sunday evening service when his organ broke and he needed a song, so he wrote these words and wrote the tune at the same time that day, practicing on his guitar. And so that night at church, he played the guitar and he sang for the first time with that guitar instead of the organ.
Thank you.
The famous story about Silent Night takes place in World War I, and you know how horrible that war was. But there was a temporary truce on Christmas
Okay.
Eve.
You want to go that way?
The German soldiers were in a trench over here, and the Allies, the English, French, and Americans were over here.
Right?
And they were only 100 yards apart fighting each other.
Yes.
And on
Not
Christmas
all the
Eve,
time, but
all of
once
a
a year at
sudden,
least.
John Beal,
they dropped their arms. The Germans brought out Christmas trees. Where they got them, I don't know, but they lit them with candles. And they started singing Silent Night in their own language, Stille Nacht, some of you know. And the Allies over here sang in English, French, or whatever language they had. And together they sang Silent Night. And they sang actually all night long and had a truce that whole Christmas Eve. But the blending of their voices was just a wonderful, peaceful time in the midst of that horrible war.
So we're going to sing it in French. You cannot sing along unless you know it in French. Sweet Holy Night. Very much for listening to us. Most of you know this, but just in case there's someone within my voice that doesn't remember what's happening today, these are my vocal students at Wagner Music Studios. And they're from ages 10 through 15, and I think the longest has been studying with me at least 6 years. This is 6th year, right? So, aren't they wonderful? They'd be happy to answer any questions because they haven't done this yet, but they would love to come out and just say hi, okay? Only you're going to say bonjour, bonjour, and merci, okay? And merci. Okay, they're coming out there. And then I'm going to